We going?
We're going. We're live.
We're live. All right, Grayscale Day 2. Back to back. Episode 9?
Ooh, 9 or 10.
10. If this is 10, this is a big episode then.
10th episode?
Yeah.
It's just because it's number 10?
It's because number 10, double digits.
See, I think when it gets to 21, that's the big episode, because then your podcast can legally drink.
What about 16? Driving?
Okay, maybe.
18? Smoking?
Yeah.
All right, today we're talking... What is it? Meyerowitz?
I think it's the Meyerowitz. Let me look it up.
Meyerowitz story.
Or is it the Chronicles? Meyerowitz. He chose the worst name for this film.
Yeah. It must be someone's... Is it someone's name? The real name?
Probably, yeah.
Who directed it?
Noah Baumbach. Yeah, that's a good... Noah Baumbach. We'll find this thing. It's his latest film. He did... Directed. Here we go.
Kicking and Screaming in 1995, I think with Will Ferrell.
Yeah. That was 95?
95.
You sure that's...
Yeah, you were just like, what, 2 years old?
95.
Squid and the Whale, which was highly acclaimed. Margot at the Wedding, which was good.
I don't know.
Greenberg, I haven't seen that yet. Have you seen Greenberg with Ben Stiller?
I don't think so, no.
Check it out, it's on Netflix. And Francis Ha, one of my favorite films of 2012? Oh my goodness.
Long time ago?
That's 5 years ago. It feels like yesterday.
I can't believe Kicking and Screaming was 95. Is that the right movie, Kicking and Screaming?
Yeah, Kicking and Screaming. Will Ferrell, 1995. That's it. Wait. Wait.
Maybe not.
No. Look at the cast. Josh Hamilton.
A 1990 film by Noah Baumbach about a group of college grads who refuse to move on with their lives.
Okay, so maybe not the same Kicking and Screaming.
That'd be a weird movie for him to kick his career off of Kicking and Screaming and then go into these other more indie films.
That's the soccer film, right?
It is, yeah.
Okay.
But I was like, there's no way it's 95.
Okay, so we're allowed to make mistakes every now and then. Yeah, perfect.
That movie, Kicking and Screaming, that probably came out in like 04, 05?
Oh yeah, maybe so. Is it worth looking up?
No, that's right. So Meyerowitz story.
Oh yeah, Meyerowitz.
Ben Stiller, Adam Sandler, Dustin Hoffman.
What are your thoughts?
Oh, let's get right into it then. Quickie. This is a Grayscale Quickie. Overall, I would give this movie... So here's the thing. So, like... I try to be... As I was watching it, I'm like, this is not a movie I think... Well, when it first started off with Adam Sandler, I was like, oh, this movie's going to be good. You know? When they're driving around this block, trying to find a parking spot, and he's like cursing at people, I was like, oh, this might be funny.
Do you ever feel like that? Like some days you're just off, like in Los Angeles when you're driving around, you just can't get a spot?
That was my life every single day when I'm driving to Orange County. I was literally just...
Orange County, it's like that?
Oh, yeah. It could be even worse.
Is that because of Disney?
The 91 freeway? No, it's just because everything.
Okay.
Yeah, Disney, everyone commutes from here to Orange County. It's a terrible freeway. So Grayscale of the 91 freeway is a negative infinity.
Negative 300?
Yeah, negative 300. The lowest you can ever be. But yeah, so I was like, oh, okay. This movie's going to be pretty good. And then got it going. I was like, okay, this is going to be a movie that I'm familiar with, like how it's gonna be. Kind of trying to be like, to me, it's like an indie comedy satire. And like these movies are like not movies I typically like.
I didn't get that at all.
But,
I didn't get it that it was a satire. I thought that he was trying to recreate the real world in New York. You know.
Yeah.
But maybe not to interrupt you.
No, that's
just
what you did.
Just to bounce off of you.
So I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna give this movie a chance, and keep watching it. Hopefully, it turns out better. Plus, there's nothing else to watch yesterday. So, anyway, so watching it, there were some decent scenes in there.
I'm imagining the scene where they beat up the guy's car.
Okay, well that was the best scene. That was by far the best scene. And then right after when they came in, they're like Pam, and then they saw their nurse they
that's
liked,
right.
and she was just like,
And he's bleeding.
yeah,
Ben Stiller's bleeding.
This is bleeding, yeah. But yeah, so there's some good scenes in there. Oh, and he's like, and then that whole scene was actually really good. And they were about to go up there, and they saw the old guy, and they were like, oh, we should beat him up. You know, he's like, you can't beat up an 80-year-old man. He's like, well, we can't take his nurse either. And they're like, well, Adam Sandler was like, oh, or yeah, he's like, I want to go spit on him.
That's right.
That was hilarious.
He has dementia.
Yeah,
He's
Spit on a man with dementia.
Oh, but yeah, so I mean, it was good. It was a decent movie. I mean, it's hard for me to. So watching it solely, I'd probably just give it a 5. Right down the middle. Like, I was entertained, but again, like, this movie stressed me out. Like, Dustin Hoffman's character got me heated, just like nonstop. Just either didn't care about his other sons and daughter, or was just like criticizing or just like rambling on. It's just like, ugh.
He had sort of an inability to listen.
Yeah.
He was
Just wanted himself.
Yeah, he was just sort of focused on solely his thoughts.
It drove me nuts. It's like I couldn't imagine like trying to talk to him. Oh, God. Anyways, so yeah, so
How good was Dustin Hoffman though to play that part?
well, we talked about Dustin Hoffman yesterday, so I was like, okay, I'm gonna watch him kind of from a new perspective.
He never breaks character. He's
No.
like he's just that guy the whole
He
time.
was. I will give him that. His performance was great. I thought everyone's performance actually in the movie was terrific. The acting was 9.9 out of 10. Yeah, I mean Ben Stiller I feel like is just always like solid. I don't think he has like great and bad performances. He has good and bad movies, but I wouldn't say performances.
That's a good topic to bring up. Ben
Stiller?
Stiller's, yeah, just the way he's been in the biz for so long.
Right.
When he started out, was he like an MTV VJ or something?
I don't know.
I think that's somebody else.
But Adam Sandler, obviously Adam Sandler has gone a different direction in his career the last probably 5 years. But I thought this movie he kind of pulled back a little. Well, yeah, pulled back a little bit of old Adam Sandler, but also was decent in his drama.
He merged
yeah.
sort of his drama and his Billy Madison days.
Yeah, and like Happy Gilmore too was like his yelling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, he merged all of them. I didn't think about that.
So yeah, he merged like Happy Gilmore with Punch Drunk Love or.
Yeah.
The girl, I don't know her name. Well, the sister. Her character just like so nonchalant. I thought she was pretty funny. And Dustin Hoffman, yeah, Dustin Hoffman, I thought was actually really good.
Where's this film? I'm trying to find it. Is he that busy?
Who? Ben Stiller?
Yeah, I'm looking up. I'm on actors. What am I missing?
What are you trying to find out?
Oh, producer. That was an accident. Here we go. Meyerowitz Stories. Looking at the woman, because her name. She looks familiar, but
Yes,
Elizabeth Marvel. Really good. Really good. House of Cards, Lincoln.
House of Cards. That's what I knew. She looked familiar. She was running for president, and then she bowed out.
Mm.
That's why I knew.
Oh,
she was
wow.
familiar.
That's amazing that she plays those roles, both of those roles. Ben Stiller, though.
Early role
What's
in one of Steven Spielberg's early films.
What's that?
1987's Empire of the Sun with a young Christian Bale.
Really?
Yeah.
Christian Bale and Ben Stiller, directed by Steven Spielberg.
Christian Bale is a child, and Ben Stiller is sort of like probably around 17, 18 years old, which is weird.
Whoa.
Because I didn't
Like real
think...
age.
Yeah, real age.
Really?
Fairly certain, yeah.
Wow. I didn't know Ben Stiller that much older.
Yeah, he's
He
really,
looks good.
yeah, physically fit, for sure.
Tropic Thunder. Oof.
Born in 65.
So how old is he? How old is that?
God, he's 50-something.
Dang, that's not that bad. It seems like he'd be a lot older.
I saw in an interview Adam Sandler said he was actually surprised how physically, like, during that little tussle...
With the wrestling?
He could be joking, but he seemed
Strong.
serious, yeah.
No, that's when I was watching that scene. I was thinking literally like, I was trying to like when that was going on, I was like looking at them, trying to get their body language and see how like, are they acting or are they physically getting angry and like taking that into acting. Ben Stiller, Adam Sandler, I felt like was acting. Ben Stiller, I felt like had a little rage going on.
But then he lets Stiller get on top of Sandler get on top of him at one moment. It just seemed, I don't know. I didn't.
But even the camera, there was one time I felt like the camera like went like shook a little bit.
Oh, because maybe they got pushed.
Yeah, I was like, oh, they didn't cut it out.
That's Noah Baumbach though. That's his sort of cinema verite style. Like if he lets certain things, like especially Francis Ha, he lets certain things play that wouldn't normally play. Speaking of this, like letting things play that don't normally play, I watched a movie by Werner Herzog yesterday called Salt and Fire. That the main actor is a woman, but then the next main actor the next leading role would be Michael Shannon.
Oh, actually,
Superman.
Yeah. Okay, I always get him and. No, it is him. Yeah, I thought I was getting him and someone else mixed up. But yeah, Michael Shannon, I love him.
The final shot is a wheelchair going out across like a salt desert.
Oh wait,
have you seen this?
No, I think I put it on my list on Hulu or Netflix. Yeah, I saw my list. I know it is.
Well, I won't ruin it.
It's like it's a newer movie, right?
I don't know. It seems sort of ageless the way he shot it. I kind of thought like maybe it would come out during like when Terrence Malick recently was like at his prime with Tree of Life. I thought maybe Herzog might have been like inspired by that and released it around the same time.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I'm not really sure what the release date is on it is, but as far as letting it play, there's a shot of a wheelchair going out into the salt desert and the camera's just like sort of all over the place. It's like left, right, up, rising, down, right, and it's just
all that's in this shot is this wheelchair.
Yeah.
In the desert.
Yeah, and it was just like, what, man? Interesting. Yeah. Interesting choice to just kind of go all over the camera.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that movie's on my list.
You should check it out. It's very interesting and very calming. So it's the opposite of the Meyerowitz stories. We're just looking back at...
But Ben Stiller...
Yeah, Ben Stiller's career here.
Well, you always got to ask the question, what is Ben Stiller's greatest movie?
Ben Stiller's greatest movie? I think some people would make a case for Reality Bites.
I thought you were going to say Heavyweights.
Oh, wait. Are we on Ben Stiller here?
Yeah, it's Ben Stiller.
Okay.
It's still Heavyweights.
Heavyweights, he's amazing. He's great.
I can't. I don't go back this far.
We'll keep moving up.
Heavyweights is of course.
Something About Mary is sort of timeless.
Ooh.
He's very good in that.
Meet the Parents, Zoolander.
Meet the Parents, he's very good.
Yeah.
Very good in that.
I wouldn't say it's a
Ooh, Royal Tenenbaums. Sort of, probably one of his top 3 performances.
Wow.
Yeah. I have to say that when I watch Dodgeball, even though the whole film is a joke.
Great movie. It's so underrated. It was huge back in the day, and then now I feel like no one even considers that movie.
Because it's already a classic.
Yeah.
I think it's already a classic. And they're just like, they don't realize it. But when I think about that film, I go like, he was made for that role. Like that's him. There's nothing here. He'll never be better.
Right.
You know?
He kind of brought his Heavyweights character into that.
Yeah, like an updated Heavyweights.
Yeah.
And just the giant painting of himself on the back wall, like wrestling the bull.
Right.
Getting the bull by the horns.
Yeah.
And then the cod piece that he can pump up at will. It's just Ben Stiller. It's great. He was great in Envy as well.
I love Ben Stiller. I'd probably say his greatest role.
I didn't realize he made appearances in Curb Your Enthusiasm. I'll have to go back and watch those.
I haven't seen that. I know that's Larry David, right?
Yeah, that's Larry David's. I'm Still Here, Ben Stiller. Oh, that's the Joaquin Phoenix thing. Tower Heist.
Eddie Murphy. Some other people. Greatest movie, my Craig scale opinion would be Dodgeball, but greatest movie in general, it probably still holds up as legendary, good movie. Probably Something About Mary. classic.
Yeah, he hits the classics really well.
Yeah.
Something About Mary, Dodgeball, this new movie.
Zoolander, the original, is
Of course.
classic.
Yeah, of course. Zoolander, and then the guy, Orange Mocha Frappuccino guy, is actually one of the sons of, I guess, Alexander Skarsgård or something like that. He's super thin and young in that film, and now he's playing all these big roles,
Right.
like Big Little Lies.
Skarsgårds, man, they're
Taking over Hollywood. Yeah.
Madagascar.
Yeah.
All Madagascars. Ooh, Walter Mitty. Oh, one of Craig's favorite movies.
So
I'll
instant
put
classic.
Walter Mitty in my top 20.
Instant classic.
Yeah, love that movie. Soundtrack's amazing.
Oh, that is a good soundtrack. That whoever that artist is who sings those songs.
Lord Huron.
That's who that is?
A lot of them, yeah.
Oh.
He's so good, yeah. I love him.
Okay, so Ben Stiller kicks off his career with basically Empire of the Sun
Is it?
in 1987.
1987.
Yeah.
I wasn't born yet.
Came on pretty strong. You weren't born yet? In 87?
2 years later.
No way.
So the first movie I would have seen if I was literally born would be That's Adequate. Or
Next of Kin?
yeah, or Next of Kin, or Elvis Stories.
I don't know why. Maybe some of the listeners can comment and let us know if he was at one time an MTV VJ. I don't know why I have that kind of memory of him.
Like when? From the 90s?
I guess it would have been early.
It must have been a long time ago because he wouldn't have been a VJ, right? After. There's a
late
Ben
80s.
Stiller show.
Oh, really? Where?
Ben
Oh, there we
Stiller
go.
show.
There it is. It was probably on MTV, and that's why I remember it. So it would have been early 90s.
Who is it?
It's Judd Apatow, Jeff Conn, Ben Stiller, Janine Garofalo, yeah, who was later in Mystery Men with him.
Oh, Mystery Man.
Yeah.
I forgot about that movie.
He just stays busy. I wonder, how do you have such focus, like, as a individual?
I mean, he's not busier than The Rock.
Yeah,
Go to The Rock's
He
page.
still puts out good stuff, though. The Rock.
Yeah.
Let's see. I don't know how.
But just, I mean, time-wise, I mean, The Rock literally does his acting. He owns, like, a producing/marketing advertising agency. I mean, then he works out 6 days a week, and probably goes for 2-hour sessions.
Is he putting out a quality product, though?
No quality.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
He's just putting out stuff. But look at that. Announce, pre-production, announce, pre-production, announce, completed, post-production, filming, completed. Jeez.
so he's building his industry with his heat,
Right.
with his star power at this moment. I can equate that to our next transition towards the Cruise. So The Rock, I feel like, is already in that stage. Where Cruise is now, where it took Cruise 40 years to get where he
Tom
is now.
Cruise.
Yeah. I feel like The Rock is there already, like right now. And the burnout stage comes shortly after Icarus.
I mean, he's 40s. He's mid-40s or whatever right now.
Dwayne Johnson?
Yeah. I mean, I can't imagine. Like, there's obviously he doesn't take vacations. So that, I mean, mentally, not just physically.
His whole life is a vacation. He's a baller.
I couldn't. Oh my god. If I'm like, I mean, at least after every movie, I would take a vacation. Every time I finish a set, take a vacation.
He probably does.
I couldn't imagine. How does he have that schedule and go on vacations? I mean, I follow him like on Instagram. Every picture is either him in the gym or on set
Take a jet to Maui.
for a day.
You're there.
You're saying
there
for a day.
Yeah, lay on the beach.
Right,
Boom.
right.
Vacation is in. Back to the gym.
I guess that. I mean, I'm talking about like a week vacation, like nothing, doing nothing, phones off. I don't know.
Do you feel more alive when you're busy or when you're taking vacation?
More live.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess if I had busy, but I don't want that. I
Maybe
don't
he
know.
only needs 1 day of rejuvenation.
Maybe
you need 7.
I don't know. Some people just don't take vacations. Some people don't. I don't know.
Yeah, workaholics.
Because me, I'd work 1 day a week and then
6
vacation
off.
and the rest. Well, I mean, like Europe, they work like 6 months and then take 6 months off.
Okay, we need to start promoting that. So this
the US?
This podcast brought to you by Europe.
By Europe. If you have any connections in Europe, let us know.
Let's transition to the Cruise.
A little bit on the Cruise.
A quickie cruise.
Quickie Cruise. I guess we just do the same thing as Ben Stiller. Greatest Tom Cruise movie.
So I was taking a moment because you told me that that's what this podcast would be. So I went back to his IMDb page. The guy was basically spotless for 27 years.
From beginning to 27. Beginning to 27 years later.
He kicked it off in He kicked it off.
How old is Tom Cruise, first of all?
Okay, first of all, born in 62. So sort of, he's right there with Ben Stiller.
Yeah, okay.
Maybe 5 years younger?
He
Something
looks
like
a little... He still looks good. But I would say Ben Stiller's holding out better.
Yeah, but he's got 5 years on him. So in 5 years, let's check back.
Tom Cruise has 5 years.
I think so, yeah.
So that Scientology probably weighs down on them.
A little bit.
Stress.
Yeah. He's also a smaller frame. Which
Tom
is,
Cruise is? Ben Stiller is...
I think Cruise is like 5'2".
Let's see.
I'm pretty sure.
Today's brought to you by Siri. Who is shorter, Tom Cruise or Ben Stiller? No, that's not what I said.
So I'll just, while he's doing that, I'll just keep going with the Cruise. Kicks it off with Endless Love in 81. Doesn't really, it's sort of, I mean, I've never heard of it or seen it. But then in late 81, gets in there with Taps. And I think Sean Penn is also in this. Taps. We'll look it up real quick.
I don't know any of these movies. Pretty much any movie before the 90s Craig is like unaware of. I mean, maybe aware of, but hasn't seen.
This is the clueless Craig.
This is the close Craig's got.
Sean Penn, Tom Cruise, George C. Scott, Timothy Hutton.
Wow.
This is Taps. Kicks it off hard. If we had time, I would play a little bit of Taps. Of the best of Cruise.
Quick side note. Did you know Sylvester Stallone wrote Rocky in 3 days?
Yeah.
You knew that?
Like on a legal pad or something like that.
That's crazy. It's
Yeah.
one of the greatest movies of all time.
And then he wouldn't, they offered to buy it from him for like $250,000 or something like
After
that.
they laughed in his face when he said I could do it in 3 days.
Yeah. And then,
They're both 5'7".
did he direct it? Did Stallone direct Rocky? I think we should look this up.
But yeah, Ben Stiller, Tom Cruise, both 5'7". So literally, that's how I am.
That's a lie. Like Tom Cruise had that altered. He's not 5'7". He's much shorter.
You think?
Yeah. He's like 5'7" with lifts, maybe. He's a very short person. I mean, nothing against him. I mean,
like you can tell like Ben Stiller is short, but like he doesn't. I mean, on screen like he doesn't look 5'7".
Stallone?
Yeah.
No, he looks bigger.
And Tom Cruise looks bigger, but he looks on screen again a bit bigger. Like he looks pretty built, even for his age.
He's a very wide person.
He has very wide chest.
Yeah, the barrel chest.
A little saggy, but he's wide.
Stallone.
Oh, another quick side note. Spidey and I watched the trailer for Gunther
Oh, I haven't heard this.
with Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Any good?
Oh, I mean, to me, pre-grayscale, 9.5. It's a comedy about Gunther is Arnold Schwarzenegger, who's an assassin, greatest assassin, and all these other amateur assassins, most of like SNL cast like try to kill him. And it's a comedy. It looks hilarious. Arnold looks like he just kills it. I think Arnold is hilarious as a general person. Like, I follow him like on Instagram and makes these like hilarious videos. He just does. He just seems like he's a fun guy.
He probably is.
Because like I asked my wife, I was like, if you had to spend one day with either Sylvester Stallone or Arnold Schwarzenegger, who would you spend it? She said Sly.
Oh, really?
I said Sly. If I just wanted to speak with one of them, it would definitely be Sly. Sly seems like a very motivational, like inspirational guy. Like, oh yeah, you're right, man.
Yeah.
You get me pumped. Arnold, it'd just be awesome to meet, but to hang out for a day, definitely Arnold. Like I feel like we just do crazy things.
Probably so.
It'd be
Yeah.
fun. It'd just be funny.
I'm gonna check out this Gunther trailer in a bit, but I forgot to rate Meyerowitz.
Oh, yeah. So I give it a 5.
I'd give it a solid 8. Really enjoyed it. The pace, everything, trying to emulate real life and how chaotic it is. You know,
Right.
it's sort of like he just records a conversation like the one we're having and then tries to recreate it
Right.
visually, filmically.
I would agree definitely. I like the stage of the movie. I like how it was paced. Yeah.
Then Pagina Man just gets in my all-time favorite.
That still blows my mind.
Pagina Man?
Well, not the Vagina Man, but like the fact that like that's his daughter and she's sending her dad, her uncle these videos that she's naked in, like porn movies. I'm like, and the dad's just like, they're just like okay with it.
The life of the artist.
I was like, what are you? This is so weird. Like, I couldn't imagine like having a daughter and then she send me a nude video of her. I'd be like, what are you doing? Oh my god.
I think it shows like how what a great parent Adam Sandler is in that film. That he's just like, you know what, you're doing your thing. I'm proud of you. No matter what, I'm proud of you. And then it also shows what an influence her grandfather was on her, because he's like, be an artist.
Question. So that very end scene, she goes into that like Indiana Jones situation, and she finds that box. And it goes, this is him. and then cuts.
Yeah.
What I don't understand. What is she talking? What is that?
That was his work. He
All
always
of
said
it?
it existed, and his sons always were like, "Oh,
It's lost.
yeah, it's lost, or they don't have it."
That was a piece or all of his work. Because we were only looking at one box. But
He only
was there
had
more?
one piece in that museum,
Okay.
or was it the MoMA? What was it? Whitney.
This
It's the
place-
Whitney.
I thought it was just like a storage place. I had no idea.
Well, that's the storage location of the museum.
Place. Oh, so it's
Yeah.
just a bunch of stuff.
Oh yeah, they had tons of
Yeah.
works, but he always knew that he had given it to them,
Right.
and his kids doubted
Yeah, I
him.
remember they were like, "It's lost, Dad. It's lost." He's like, "No."
Yeah, they have it. They have it.
Yeah.
The granddaughter had faith. I think
Yeah.
that's what it was.
Yeah.
And then also he was his work.
Right.
So when she goes, "This is him," yeah, it's a great representation of it. I think the film as a whole is like, I don't know. I haven't really thought about it that much.
I had no idea. I thought maybe that was like he died and that was his ashes.
Oh.
I was like, why is his ashes here? Why it went so random, like cut to death, and
Yeah,
I was like, what happened?
yeah.
All I know is I'm Sigourney.
I'm Sigourney.
I'm Sigourney.
Oh, it's Sigourney.
Oh, meet Sigourney Weaver. Oh, hi, I'm Sigourney. I'm
Just-
Harold.
Did you see how open she was with me? Did you see how she's very
I loved how you like brought it up 3 times. Like I met Sigourney Weaver last night.
yeah.
She's Sigourney. I'm Harold. I thought it was so random, like Sigourney Weaver cameo.
Yeah, quick Sigourney cameo. That's right. So Tom, let's go back to Tom real quick.
I feel like I don't want to skip over Tom. I feel like Tom is. I mean,
Tom deserves-
biased wise, Tom Cruise is
Okay, taps.
taps.
I'll do a quick Craig scale of every film I've seen. Taps. Excellent. Sort of like young man just giving it his all. Just nothing more
Scale
to be
it.
asked.
So
Yeah.
scale the movies.
Okay.
Taps.
Taps. Not the film itself, but Tom's performance.
Okay.
Because it would take too long. So Tom's performance, 9 out of 10 for like what he was capable of at that time. 9 out of 10. Let's move on. The Outsiders.
Oof.
I love him in The Outsiders. 10 out of 10.
I love everyone in that movie. Great movie.
Swayze.
I'm gonna watch that movie again.
Matt Dillon. I mean, Matt Dillon at his best.
Even Matt Dillon.
10 out of 10 for Tom on The
On
Outsiders.
Outsiders?
Yeah.
I mean, I mean, Craig's scale is 9.9.
Charisma at all-time high.
Right.
Yeah. Risky Business.
Risky Business.
Yeah, like I don't know how to really. I'm not sure how to rate that properly, but I will say charisma's very high. I could give him a solid 7.5 out of 10. A lot of people would say 10 out of 10.
In comparison, Risky Business, or Vanilla Sky.
Oh, Vanilla Sky, love him. Vanilla Sky, a 10 out of 10. Vanilla Sky.
Risky Business versus Jerry Maguire.
Sort of similar, yeah, sort of similar as far as story, character, and everything like that. I love that his openness in Vanilla Sky. That's what gets me. Is like his, like sort of like a fragile quality towards the end.
Mm.
I don't know. So Risky Business, 7.5 out of 10. You seen Risky?
I haven't.
Oh, check out Risky, man.
I just know the scene though.
Legend. Have you seen Legend?
No, he's in that. What is it? I don't know.
Yeah, this is a early Ridley Scott 1986 science fiction film. It was competing against
What?
George Lucas was sort of had something with Ron Howard
Really?
at the same time. I think with Val Kilmer. So I think they sort of competed at the box office. Yeah, I don't think we have time to go into it right now, but
Yeah, it looks weird.
yeah, sort of like an otherworldly kind of thing was hot at that time.
Heck.
Tim Curry is in it.
Oh,
The-
Pennywise.
Yeah, Pennywise. I haven't seen that in 20 years, so I'm not gonna try to rate it.
Jeez.
But I imagine he's pretty good in it.
Top Gun.
I mean, he goes from Legend to Top Gun.
Right. That's insane.
He's that. I feel like Top Gun was the reason Tom Cruise was born.
Yeah.
You know.
I mean, do you think did they know that Top Gun was going to be such a hit and classic when they made it?
Tony Scott directed. I would say. Maybe they didn't know it was going to be what it was, but they knew it was going to be hot.
Yeah. I mean, just the cover of it. I mean, how do you put
All
an
American.
air fighter behind an American flag in front of an American flag. I mean,
Yeah, in the 80s,
in the 80s,
86.
Cold War.
I mean, he was untouchable right at that moment when that movie came out. He couldn't have been. He couldn't have flown.
So what movie did he do after Top Gun?
So after Top Gun, The Color of Money with Paul Newman, directed by Martin Scorsese. So the only way to go higher than Tony Scott would be Martin Scorsese or Spielberg.
Right. Okay. Right.
So, and I think you probably have to go through Scorsese to get to Spielberg. So he's following a perfect trajectory here.
Tom.
Yeah. So Top Gun 10 out of 10, absolutely.
Oh, I keep forgetting this. Quick side note: Randy Newman did the soundtrack for Meyerowitz Story.
For what?
The Meyerowitz Story.
Oh, he did.
You know, the Toy Story. Toy Story.
It was great. It was great. I enjoyed
Randy
it.
Newman.
Randy Newman, still working. He must be 90.
90 years old.
I mean, he's got to be up there.
He's been doing stuff with.
You got a friend in me.
Let's find out how old Randy Newman is. Randy Newman, 1943. How old would that
Actually, that's not.
make him? Like 80? 73.
73. Getting up there.
God, I don't know why 43 seems like you're way older than.
Yeah. I mean, it's just we're in the 2000s. Seems crazy.
So, Color of Money, Tom Cruise. Big fan. I wish he would have made many more movies like this.
I haven't seen it.
I got to give him, a solid 8 out of 10 on this. This is just like, yeah, check it out. It's really good. Paul Newman's amazing in it. Trying to think of a great Paul Newman movie. I can't remember right now, but he's like, he eats the eggs. He's in prison and he eats like 40 eggs or something.
I have no idea.
What? Dang. We'll have to find that. It's a great film. Cocktail. I feel like this is where Tom starts to get a touch of the corn. Like he's so hot.
Like Hollywood. Very
Yeah.
Hollywood.
Yeah. He can't go wrong, right? But Cocktail. I wouldn't say he's bad.
Yeah. I thought it was a decent movie.
The Hippie Shake.
Yeah.
I give him a 7 out of 10.
Yeah.
Cocktail.
Rain
and then he
Man.
goes from Cocktail to Rain Man.
Great movie. I would give Rain Man 9.5.
Same. 9.5, 10 out of 10. Plays the character flawlessly. Dustin Hoffman is brilliant. Just can't get any better. And then Born on the 4th of July.
Don't know.
Haven't seen that? It sort of fell. I think this is a. Who's the guy who directed JFK? Oliver Stone?
There's a new is it a movie or a show coming out about JFK with Woody Harrelson?
Really?
Yeah.
Is Oliver Stone directed?
No, Rob Reiner.
Rob Reiner, really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
I think it's it's the death of JFK and then the guy who the president took his spot or took over. I think the movie's called like LBJ.
Oh, Lyndon B. Johnson.
Let me know.
He took over after JFK was killed.
Yeah, so it's about his like legacy of like carrying on Kennedy's purpose. And Woody Harrelson plays the LBJ.
Interesting. A lot of face makeup and stuff like that?
Yeah. A lot of face makeup.
I'd be curious to see that. I'm going to have to look up. Trailers out for that?
Yeah, I mean, I saw something for it last time. I assume it's a trailer.
Love Rob Reiner. He did the first mockumentary.
What's that?
About the rock band.
Gosh, we go through so many movies on this podcast. He did Spinal Tap.
This is Spinal Tap. If you haven't seen that, you got to watch that.
I think I know the name.
And then The Princess Bride.
Oh,
Just sort of
just watched it like 2 days ago.
unbelievable.
Great movie.
And then Stand By Me. I mean, he just,
Oh, Stand By Me?
yeah. Probably one of the, he's in the top 100 greatest directors who ever lived.
Top 100.
Top 100, yeah. Which, you talk about the amount of directors, there are thousands.
I mean, in my mind, I would choose 10 directors, and I would only allow Hollywood to use one of those 10 directors when they make a movie.
At one time, or?
No, like, so there's like these 10 directors,
Yeah.
everyone else is fired. You have these 10 directors.
Oh, okay.
So you want to make a movie?
Yeah.
Pick. Who do you
Well,
want?
you need 12. You need one a month. It takes about a year to
You
make a
just say
film.
one. So if you want Steven Spielberg to make a movie, then he finishes, and you want him again, then you can go.
Let's do that. Let's make a 12 director a year list real quick. Top 12.
Craigslist scale.
Okay.
In no particular order, off the top of my head. Spielberg.
Yeah, we'll pick up on Tom Cruise next week. But look, we're doing the top
Real quick,
12
any notes?
directors.
Spielberg, Lucas, Snyder. That's 3. The Daniels. I'm freaking blanking. I had this all the way down.
Yeah, I've got a list right here if you want to look through.
Nolan, Eastwood.
Can they be dead or do they have to be alive?
Alive, because we're talking about. Peter Jackson. I mean, Scorsese, based off Craigslist, like, I mean, he's a legendary director, but I don't know. I mean, I guess I would put him in there. So that's 8. Quentin Tarantino for sure. Got to throw in some uniqueness. And Ridley Scott. So that's 10. So we're doing 10.
2 more.
10 more.
Yeah, 2 more, and that's your 12 for the year.
2 more. Trying to think of them. Trying to go like off my movies, top movies.
And directors fluctuate, like their skill level fluctuates, probably based on their personal lives. So at this time, some directors who were really hot 5 years ago may be off their game a little right now.
Right.
Maybe a little out of touch.
I'm trying to think. There's a. I don't know. I mean, I was only thinking 10. I don't know. I could pick 2, but I don't know if they'd be my true choices.
Well, I mean, oh crap. Lost our page. There we go. Got it back.
Hey, Grams.
Yeah.
That's it. So you're going with 11?
10.
Oh, 10? Stopping at 10? I would, right now, I feel like, I'm not sure Steven Spielberg's on his game or not with this new film coming out. Ready Player One. Right? Ready Player One?
Yeah.
I feel like it's just a mishmash of like every like product he's ever created. He has this gift for creating like products.
Yeah.
I don't know. I know he's great. He is great. Absolutely. But I'm not sure if I would choose him for my top 12 right now. I just saw this film that Scorsese did with what's his name? Driver. Adam Driver. Gosh.
Silence?
The Silence or Silence?
Silence. With Andrew Garfield?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought that was beautiful. I was like, yes, I want him to keep making films. So I would choose Scorsese. Paul Thomas Anderson just cannot get any better as a filmmaker. Ever since Hard 8, he has had nothing but incredible film after film after film. David Fincher, someone else who's just making great movies at this time. Ridley Scott, I thought, was a little disconnected in his latest film, or one of his latest films that he did. Was it Noah? What did he do? It was Exodus, Gods and Kings or something like that.
He did that?
Yeah, I just felt like it didn't feel like a Ridley Scott film, and I'm not sure how he even did it in the amount of time that he did it.
Right.
Aronofsky sort of like, I saw Noah and Mother and just completely didn't feel like I was watching the same film by that same director who did Pi and Requiem for a Dream, so I can't choose them. Same thing for Nolan.
Really?
Watching his recent film, what's the recent film that he just put out? Dunkirk. Just felt like not really feeling it.
I would agree with that. Eastwood though? Clint Eastwood?
No, wouldn't go with Eastwood right now. Kind of feel like he's probably getting senile. I mean, that's just like you can't avoid it when you're 80, 90 years old. I would say Terrence Malick because I feel like I'm gonna feel something You know,
Hitchcock.
Francis Ford Coppola as well. I mean, amazed by the films from his early days, and just he always seems to be making new stuff. He did a film with Val Kilmer and the girl, I can't remember her name, young actress. And I was really surprised by it. It was like she's a vampire or something like that.
No,
You haven't heard of this?
no.
Let me pull that up just because it's worth mentioning.
That Herzog guy, all I know him from is from Jack Reacher.
Oh, as the antagonist?
The villain, yeah.
How funny. He's an incredible director. And you have his film on your list. He directed Salt and Fire.
Oh, he did?
Yeah. I wouldn't say that's one of his best films, but it's interesting.
That's so weird. Why would he do a random part in like Jack Reacher?
I think he likes to act.
Yeah.
And he has a great voice.
Yeah, he was like the villain. He's like this Russian villain. or something.
No, that's him. He just played himself. Yeah.
Alright, I got it. Let's wrap it up.
All right, I'm gonna say Twix. Twix was the name of the film I was looking for by Coppola. I don't know, man. I'll stop. Oh, Richard Linklater, Steven Soderbergh. So that's what 4 or 5. Michael Haneke. I'm not sure how you pronounce his name. One of the greats. Is still making great films, and Inarritu, Alejandro Inarritu, makes great stuff. So I'll just stop at 6. I'm gonna have 6 to pick up next time.
All right.
That concludes
Today's episode of Craigscale. I'm Sigourney.
Hey, you know, Sigourney said she said, "Hey, I'm Sigourney."
Hey, I'm Sigourney.
I said, "Hey, I'm Harold." I thought she was really open to me.